Hi everyone. I'm on my way to work again. Today is Monday, but it's my Friday. So I worked yesterday, which was Sunday, Monday, and then I have 3 days off, which is fantastic. And I'm looking forward to having my time off, get my rest that I need. And then I go back on Friday. It's a little nicer today, a little more sunny, which is fantastic. Did anybody see the S&P 500 this morning? Since I left home, it was up 0.80%, which is fantastic. The Standard & Poor's 500. So that is where I have most of my Roth IRA invested in, which is good news. In December of last year, it had some lows, some low days. And I think a lot of investors take out their money or withdraw their money or their earnings at the end of the year. They withdraw their earnings, and it causes it to go down. I'm assuming, I believe so. But Friday's closing, and today is just about made up for all of that. If you look back, it's made up for it. For the year, the earnings were almost 15%, which is, God, that is just amazing. It's unbelievable. 15% rate of return on the S&P 500, which is like, it's amazing. So a lot of people at the end of the year take out just their earnings for the year. And of course, the more money you have in there invested, the higher your earnings, and the more you'll be able to take out. A lot of people take their earnings out every month, depending. I haven't taken out any of my earnings, so I don't know what the fees are, what that entails. But if anyone has, let me know if it's best to do it at the end of the year or monthly. If it makes a difference in fees, that would be great. But yeah, so I'm really happy about that. That's a plus. I look at that every day, and I watch it. Like I said, most of my Roth IRA is in the S&P 500. So that is great news for me. So yes, I'm going to work. It's a nice day. If you watched my video yesterday, I was hoping and praying that I was able to sit down yesterday on my first day back, and I did. I was handing out yogurt, and the customers loved it, and I did get a chair, so I was able to sit down, and it was a really great day. It went by very fast. I had the early shift, so I got off at 4:15, which is amazing. The day just flew by, and they put me next to, I wasn't near the freezers or the refrigerated area, even though the yogurts were in the refrigeration, but there was just too many of us. So they put me in an aisle, which was great, right next to a cat, big pallet of the cat trees. And God, people were buying those like crazy. There were almost $100, and people were just putting them in their carts. And one of the ladies that I work with, she was saying she bought one, not last year, but the year before, but she paid $70 for it. And her cats still love it, but she was debating whether she should pick this one up as well, because it was very nice. But I think at the end of the day, there was only one left, and I was amazed. But it was a fun day. Everyone was in a great mood, and like our manager always says, Costco is never not busy. So it was busy, very busy, and I hope I get a great parking space like I did yesterday, and that's only because I started my shift early. So that's going to be great. So yeah, just going to work and trying to you know, live my life in retirement, and I'm really glad that I don't have an office job anymore. You know, I worked a desk job all my life, you know, my entire career in human resources. I worked for a large bank, and it was fun. It was challenging. It was all those things. It was secure at times. You know, I'm glad I had my 401k, and I did contribute to my 401k, which is great. Oh, this truck is going by, driving really slow. So let me change lanes here. So yeah, but this is different in my life. It's I go to work, and my stresses are so different compared to having an office job. I don't need to have all these reports done by these deadlines, and it's just so different now. When I walk out of work, my work is there. I just leave it behind, but really it's not work. My coworkers are great. I'm basically on my own, you know. I just, you know, do my job. I have customers. I talk to the customers, and it's, like I said before, it's all a positive situation because they're getting a nice treat, you know. We're talking about a product. We're talking about how it's on sale, and it's all a positive. So when I walk out, there's really no stress. There's no thinking about it when I go home at night. There's no dreaming about it or keeping me up at night. There's none of that. It's all left behind me. So yeah, the pay is lower. Of course, I don't know if I told you, I make $17.68 an hour, but if you work a Saturday or a Sunday, your pay goes up $1 to $18.68. So right now it's $17.68 for a Monday, and yeah, but it's only 6 hours, and you know, I'm okay with it. At 63 years old, I'm good. I'm good with it. So yeah, I'm much happier, less stress, much happier, and they're very flexible. So if you can't work this weekend or the next weekend, they give it to you off. So yeah, as long as you give them some time. So it works out really well. I'm not signed up with their 401k. I don't even know if they have a 401k, but I've only been there, I believe, 9 months. I've been there 9 months. January, well, actually 10 months, because I started April 4th, and we're already past that in January. So 10 months. I've been here 10 months. And it's a little bit of a drive, like I talked about, but I don't mind. I was driving, and I passed a gas station, and the gas was $3.69. I can't believe that. I mean, we're not near a freeway or anything like that, but oh my God, $3.69. I think that's amazing for California. And you're not going to find that in Los Angeles. That's where I was born and raised, in Los Angeles, and everything is so much more expensive over there. But yeah, I just saw that, $3.69. Looks like I have 119 miles on my car to go, so I will put gas in tomorrow. My car is a little oldie but a goodie. It's a 2010, but thank God it is a 4-cylinder. I'm so grateful for that. It's a 4-cylinder. I made it to work. I'm here. I'm looking at the parking lot, and it is It's pretty empty, but like I said, it's early still, you know. In the next hour, it'll get pretty busy. So we're gonna go in and find a parking space. See what we can find here at Costco. I like to go down this aisle first. Oh, that car's getting out, but maybe I should have waited for that car. Let's see if we can find a drive-through space. I like the drive-through spaces. Oh, there's a drive-through space there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive around and then just drive through. That way, when I get out this evening, or it's not really evening, it's just easier for me to get out. And I can just drive out with all the traffic. And that works a lot better. I made it. I'm so happy I made it here. But I'm going to go ahead and first thing I do is we wear a hairnet. So my hair is, I know it's kind of messy. But I put on my hat when I walk in. That way the employees know that I don't work for Costco, but I work at Costco. And then I put my apron on, my name tag, and when I get in there into the office, they give us a hairnet. So, all right, I hope I get to sit down again, but I'm okay if I don't because I got to sit down yesterday, and that was a huge help. So thank you all for watching. My name is Sonia. Please go ahead and subscribe, like, leave me a comment, and let me know about your investment. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.